He gets it.
Shut the fuck up. Are you trying to...
Now bring it to the jackets and, yes, start shouting.
Please be quiet. What? What do you want? The jack...
You got it. No need for cruelty.
Fuck you, man. Oh, man. Okay. I get it. Skulls don't really... Fuck.
The lieutenant watches the boys take their jackets off with mild amusement.
I'm absolutely okay with not having either one, thank you. This case doesn't require us to go undercover or raise a...
Cold-hearted cop.
The need will not arise.
The jackets are meant to complete each other. If a man was standing alone on a street corner with his...
I don't know, Eric. It's cold out.
Yeah, let's get out of here. The cops fucked us.
Yes?
Fine, fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing.
I'm having it uninstalled. Oh yeah. Time to... The stage is all set up for you. You feel a little dizzy.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the...
I can see that.
Immediately, a loud feedback noise starts. Hands. Where do you put your hands? The bar is full and buzzing with chatter. No one is paying yours. They are going to hate you. You finally made it, haven't you? Where did that man get such a cool jacket? Did he receive it upon graduating the Econ? You are very dangerous, my friend. Dangerous and cool. The stage is all... You feel a little dizzy.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
The air. The stage is all you feel.
So, are you ready for your thing?
The air. The stage you feel.
So, are you ready for your...
The air. The stage you feel.
So, are you ready for your...
The air is thick. Someone dims the lights as the music starts. Okay, here we go.
I would often go there to the tiny church there. The smallest church in Saint-Saëns. Though it once was larger. How the realm may rest there. Down through the mist there. Toward the Seven Sisters. Toward those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there. In their tiny yard there. I have been so glad here. Looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone. None of this matters. No, none of this matters at all.
A lazy applause fills the room. You feel your hands shake as awareness of your body returns to you. The lieutenant doesn't say anything, but gives you
Good, good. Are we ready?
last words. Someone turns up. You should go with the flow. Join in on things. It feels good. It feels right. But what is this?
I'm dancing!
That soft core gyrating is supposed to be...
Yes, my man! Goodbye, officer. Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you. Goodbye, officer.
that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure with the fused together spikes, but it looks like he's...
Of course it is. Otherwise, I'd just be another poor guy with no education and no money. Or because I'm balding, yes. I want to show my hair. I don't give a fuck how old you think I am. I'm not 20. Maybe it was a bad idea. Anyway.
You close your eyes and dream of the shapes your body should form to bring this strange music into life. For now, such ferocity
But just imagine the moves you could pull.
puts a grin on your face just to think about it. Even a failed attempt gets to salvation.
Goodbye, officer. You got us in, cop. I can't believe...
With wonder,
Between you and me, I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of...
Yes, you really came through for the hardcore underground.
Andre is busy cutting some slightly less cell using her. The one with the large head is blasting Sire, the tent. 'Twas a security risk.
Okay.
Suspicious people are esoteric people. It took us setting out for this whole enterprise. It's short for paranoid. A reasonable question. Say I get hurt. I want to make sure it never happens again. It'd be easier to list stuff I'm not suspicious of. I'm not suspicious.
This is a good, dangerous line of questioning.
I don't have a top 10 list of things I'm most suspicious of, but if I had one, the left-right complex would be number 1. Number 2 would be their sole accomplishment. The pig wheat. It's our only shit. We should make better use of not being animals. Or nothing. Animals are cool, guys. I like animals too. But mental illness is a term the powers use to homogenise people. I think I don't reach men. I prefer not the original.
Whatever this true life is, you feel it's the real centerpiece of this mythology. His eyes flicker.
It's a miracle of carpentry. Dead bodies carved into 320 years. A little more. The first settlers built it, plus 6 more like it, alone on an uninhabited archipelago. Forced to face themselves.
He means something.
I would want to build a safe place for myself and my own as well. A cop who's into building critique. Okay then, this is folk DeLoreanism. Lawmonger, huh? It's a sub-art of core. Total. Everything between an ancient concrete cathedral and a glass cube is DeLorean. Like that woman there. Vertical, thin, white. Like to show off large and intricate structures. Arches, spires. Put you down with them. They were really into painting everything white. Right. Stands to reason it used to be white on the outside.
Year after year, flake after flake, white.
Dead bodies of perennial plants. Sigma function. I saw some piglets suckling their dead mother. Have you heard this one, cop man? After a short while, they had sensed that she could no longer see them, and that she wasn't like them anymore. End of quote. This is an high-quality carcass. The power of anodic beats and hard bass is needed to react. This religion of history.
The way he says it, the force in false core, is
Anodic dance music. Regular dance music wasn't hard enough. I don't. Fuck her giving me the evil eye. I didn't know it was in here. We have to get rid of it. Dismantle it.
Mellow, man, mellow. No one's a mass murderer. Mass murder on the floor.
Humanism leads to eating sugar and pigs.
and many.
She liked games. Her legacy, the thing we live in, isn't real life. She invented the beauty you're feeling. Seeing her glass cutters and icon, then you meet it. It's effective like that, but it is also very soft, of course. You wouldn't be the first. Millions liked her. She's got those... No one's likewise. No one says there is. She is a party repellent and must be taken down before we can begin partying in here.
The speed freak's eyes narrow.
It's not coming down. People are gonna love it. It'll be like our thing. Plus it keeps the cop.
The world spirit does not have a body. This Arno van Eyck track is an organ. The carp... I like this question, cop man. She did not... That's not the life that humans live. She was adored. Humans aren't. I don't know... Well, they loved her. They put all their love in her and forgot all about the rest.
What a strange caustic. That can't be healthy. What's happening here? Why do you keep coming back to this window? Why do you keep saying that if it isn't making you feel well? Don't come back to this anymore. Stop talking about that damn window.
Odd to say, cop, I did get to... Anyway, he's been giving me... Dude's seen some crazy shit, but he's actually a lot like us. Have you been listening to what Egg's been saying? The man picks up on stuff. Good thing you didn't squash him. They're hardcore. It's just a style, you know. Life is true if it's free from beats and...
Just like that. The young man is dead serious about this.
Utmost dedication. Thoughts Egghead usually has a better concept of the hardcore.
Hardcore!
Happy to help. Oh yeah, sure thing.
Yes, what is it?
What? What did you say? I can't hear you! The music is too loud! Oh, the project! There's that guy! I need him to plug a 3.5 cable into the auxiliary input so that I can route the audios. He doesn't listen to me! He only... Thanks! Maybe you can get through. Let me know how it does.
We're close. True, hard, full, car. It's hardcore. Skipper D.
Your cop training did not...
We're close. True, hard, full, car. Hardcore. Yeah.
This young man adds...
The Y to the E. Yeah.
He missed one A.
I'm the hard rhymer. The club. True, hard, hard. Yeah.
This young man...
The what? Yeah.
He missed one.
It's nice to be important.
Yes, what is it?
Show me your hands. This is the pigs.
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. Her hand is trembling from some sort of...
Madame, please drop the firearm immediately.
This is bad. Getting your weapon back is the priority. We can't...
Comply, or I will light you the fuck up. Failure to comply. I am the police. Don't suspect is on the loose. Suspect at large. That one extra lick with a
Be careful, detective. Don't do anything that might set her off.
It's a goddamn police shit.
As she waves her hands, you notice familiar-looking Emma. She thinks she's a police officer. Try treating her like a police officer. A lower-ranking police officer.
What?
With a swift, poorly coordinated move, the woman slams the...
Officer compromise. Unlawful impersonation.
Okay, she's actually more agitated now. My bad.
Confiscated contraband. Restricted access. 2 kilos missing.
I don't think she's on drugs. Being off drugs might actually be the problem here.
Officer in need of assistance. Suspect.
Ma'am, please.
We want to help you, but you need to lower that weapon.
Disturbance reported. Authorized deadly force. Set back up! Back up! Back up! Status unconfirmed!
No. No, no. No. I thought Mr. Moran...
There's a scenario unfolding in a...
What's the situation, officer?
Law enforcement compromised! Impersonating a police officer!
Does she not believe you two are actually police officers?
License and registration! License and registration!
It's not a code, just disjointed words.
We can't leave. A delirious civilian is pointing a firearm at us. Your firearm. You need to solve this. Officer, there is no way I'm leaving it like this.
The lieutenant nods. She's frantic, confused, teetering under all that gear. There's an opening if you just move fast enough. If not, the...
Suicide by cop! Split-second decision! Eat lead!
Oh my god.
God, I almost blew her head off.
What is this? This isn't police issue. Police guns always have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell...
She looks. Grab the gun. Right now. This might be your own...
No one ever cares anymore.
Poor woman. We need to figure out what to do with her now.
Nobody's ever around. Nobody ever comes to visit me.
Her scratched skin is warm to the touch, but the person inside...
I don't think there's any need for that. In her, we could let Titus know. This is a perfect problem for the local peacekeepers to handle. They might even know her family. Then we can ask him once we get back to the whirling. But I think we're done here for now.
Please, leave the radio on.
Reflex to what? She stands motion. boat comes to a slow stop in the silence.
Let's go.
Humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state turns around to face you. Okay, don't say you need to talk right away. Melt the ice first.
Hey. I'm doing really good, actually. Both professionally and romantically. I've come to a fulfilling and peaceful period in my life. Well, I'm in my head too. We're all in our heads. Sometimes. Not as often as I used to. So much time.
This is everything I always warned you about.
I'm going to Morova. To live there in just my scepter, my globe cruciger, a spare silk gown. Oh, this. This is just a wreath. The crown of immortality.
She looks at the suitcase. Not
Anyway. No, Harry. No. I don't want a massive, epic showdown. We don't have anything to talk about anymore. Every combination of words it's all gone. I have to go to the aerodrome.
Oh God, whatever you do, don't try to kiss her yet. Not after that. You're still reeling. You'll fall over if you try now.
I don't want it. It looks expensive. I don't want it. Please don't give me any gifts.
With your feet trembling from the steps you took, tepid and she is not kissing you back. This was not about failure or success. This was always going to be her chest rising like a pillow, hidden, distant, feels like soft fuzz, the world's most precious material, reserved a delicate wreath on her forehead, pressing her hand does not distrust. For you, the curve of her spine, her shoulder, nothing, just pillows against you, unresponsive, but for the taste of apricots. The moment is ending. She is going to move her face away from yours. Trying hard not to look at you. When she withdrew, brother, you should put me in front of a firing squad. I have no words for how I failed you.
Why did you do that to yourself? You know I don't cheat, Harry. I never cheated on you.
She breathes out heavily, as if something painful has passed through her. She shakes her head.
No, Harry. Not yet. I'm pregnant. Yes. He did it. I terminated yours. Don't you remember, you... Now, go ahead. Ask me more questions. Let's talk about something else. We both said a lot of things.
It was her. I can feel it. I can see it in her tender, long fingers, in her wrists.
As Queen Regnant, I write a lot of letters.
You need to recite it to her. For effect. All of it. No summaries.
Please, Harry. I just don't have time for this. Okay, stop. Yes. Are you happy now? Then why are you doing this? Very well. I wrote it. It was morning. You slept. It was 100 million years ago. I was someone else then. Filled to the brim with love for you.
The light of the video rental shines through her dress now. A DeLorean figure, cut in with...
The coolest. With your leather jacket and your boot-cut pants. Smoking in the bus stop. The first and worst time I fell in love. Yes, let's talk about that too. Let's bring it up, the zoo. In Le Jardin. It was just a day then, but to think. Were we there now, you could touch my hair, kiss me. Talk to me about it.
That's sharp and precise.
No, it's all you. I always loved you for it, but it could not save us. It could not make me stay. In the end, your mind just told you precisely how bad. And my crown of immortality. No. You scared her out of me. With your crying, the all can't you see? I can never think you're cool again.
A cheap rental with mold on the walls and the tap.
Yes, I have found someone for whom I can feel the same. Harry, do you notice how none of this is very funny? I hate being that. I don't want to be anything for you. I hope the decades it takes for you to get over me have already passed. It's here, Harry. We are on Voyager Road. At the end of it, 300 meters from the stop. There. You could not pay the electrical bill. It became a lightless tomb.
Surely the alcohol didn't help either.
Everyone has a little glass of wine every now and then. I certainly do. It's a Queen Regnant thing. I don't think it was the alcohol. It was inevitability. Is there really anything left? If not, we can always repeat one of the things we have already talked about. Talk about it. It's not. But I don't know why I said, but that's it, yes. We've talked.
Where in hell?
See? It just takes some time. For you, I think it'll take something like 20 years maybe, but...
She keeps her shoulders squared and her back straight, but it's clear.
Yes. But yes. It only took me 1 year, maybe 2. Phew, it's okay. No, Harry, we already tried again.
Is that how it is now? We should just try all good things twice and then give up. By that logic.
I don't know. Please. Harry, we can't...
She avoids turning them. They're turning moist now. Her eyes. She slowly shakes her head.
You know what I mean. A cop? You've worked there for so long you can't even talk like a normal person anymore. It's always lists with you. This is another one, isn't it? We're in a tree right now. It's not just the lists or trees or whatever. You get sad, Harry. Other people get sad too, but not like you. You stay down for too long. And if, in conclusion, you're ill. You're an old, insane man. And you have to be in hell until the end of your life. And I have to go to Morova. I don't know what you mean. Dolores Day. Oh, Harry, you shouldn't have done that. Call me like...
You ruined it. There was still a chance. You should have waited longer. She would have called...
Oh, Harry, do you really think so? We haven't talked in years. Months already. Soon it will be years.
The air gets cold around you. She looks down on her stomach. Then it's Dora. That's what the voice said on the phone. Dubois, yes. Dora Dubois.
Oh no, 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 no. We're not doing that again. The morning? I don't understand. Oh my god, Harry, stop. I can't do that anymore. I'm not 80 years old, I'm 32. People my... Wasn't I Dolores Day just a second ago? Now I'm the X thing? You're I haven't even bought the tickets yet.
We all told you. Everyone warned you.
Literally all of you.
I'm glad too, but I have to go.
What?
I am impolite with you, Harry, because you are the past. Me and those... This is how...
I was wrong. You don't have power over her anymore. You shouldn't have said that. I am wrong.
Yes, Harry. I am. Things have gotten much better for me. Now that I am the ruler...
A tiny golden watch with red strap.
I am actually very ordinary, Harry. Below this thing you've made me into. I'm sorry for saying so, but I just hate it. My lungs do not glow, Harry. I am just like all the others. None of us have glowing lungs. Stop making me into some kind of...
No answer. The Archers, you won't do any of that. You can barely make her cry.
That is very contested by modern historians. You're only saying this because things didn't work out between us.
Stop making her angry. She won't start loving you again if you call her a mass murderer. Seriously.
You were very bad to me too. We've talked about it like... I have to, Harry. Really, I've already missed the 8:30.
I was wrong. You don't have power over her anymore. You shouldn't have said that. I am wrong about everything. You should go on without me.
No, that would only be painful and dull. Light, life, culture. It's so... I have to wipe it all off me and be clean again. I want to be a good person again. Not this. Not what you made me into. That was someone else. I betrayed her, overwrote her. Yes, I won't see you, but... Oh, Harry. This is a dream. Can't you see? Right here, tomorrow night. Once this dream starts happening, I'm suffocatingly beautiful. And young. And I smell of tutti frutti chewing gum. Oh yes, this is real darkness. It's not... See you tomorrow.
You're up quick. How was your sleep? I did not want to wake you. Perhaps I should have? Was it a job dream?
The lieutenant nods. I understand. We've all been through similar things. It can be overcome.
Are you sure you're okay? You thrashed around and you bolted up, half covered in blood from your wound.
Okay. He's still worried. You must have... rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. All you need to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Bam! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical display.
I just saw you climb the ladder. You just climbed it, like a...
The wind at the top of the buildings.
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside. Don't go adventuring without backup, especially...
Two rusty metal plates that slide apart form a crude.
What do you mean who's there? It's me, Kim. Stop playing around and help me get the door open.
The doors seem to be on rails, but they've gotten jammed. You grab a side and put some...
I hope no one dangerous heard that. After you climbed up to the roof, you mean? There's a maintenance entrance under the bottom.
He's quite proud of himself.
Yes, we have an exit, so let's get going. Time to investigate these passages.
A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted, gazes at you with sad eyes. The plaque reads, "Years worth of..."
Yes, I can see that. Looks like...
The lieutenant does not seem to share your enthusiasm.
Half a century? This was probably part of the net. I think the purpose of this bunker was to produce propaganda. We have found a lot of those lately. I guess what most people think of as history tends to linger in rundown neighborhoods. Martinez being what it is. No
good hiding place for someone who's up to no good.
I won't stand in your way, but only after we're through with this case. Millions of depictions of Mazov have been produced. They're not all connected. You mean like Ruby? No, I think we've stumbled on...
There it is again, like a swarm of hornets.
No, what do you mean? I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and it looks like our suspect. Once we detain a credible suspect, Who knows what the Union and the Wild Pines will do?
You will upset the balance of power, Imad. This part of town is a fine clockwork puzzle. Keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail.
I leave that to your judgment. You already know what I...
He just can't be sure. Maybe it will yield something useful.
Yes. There won't be time for that once things go down.
If you must.
Well, we are not responsible for what we can't predict.
If you can't predict it, there's no...
I think I see a cavern. Maybe more cellars? I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of...
I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking.
Or maybe not. Either way, once we go deeper, they will...
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head all at once.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it... Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really...
The voice coming through the whirlwind of pain doesn't wish to hurt you. Not according to your ear canals. No, buddy. That's not going to help. You can't shield yourself from this. It's an entirely new time.
I'm using a pale latitude compressor.
The explosion of blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
Saw my equations? You've been sniffing through my lorry, right?
Right behind you, officer.
A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimension. At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale...
She's been holed up in here for a while with no one to talk to. Keep her talking.
I built it myself.
And she's proud of it too.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah. Way beyond. The pale? It's the end of the world. No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. Yeah, let's not talk about that shit.
So she thinks of you as hunters, not the cop.
Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoy... If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white note.
Turn this...
God damn it. Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun.
The gun she's carrying is well, it doesn't feel much better. But you can just keep her talking, and you'll get through this.
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while. Yeah? What? No, I didn't do it. I only helped...
So she says she didn't do it, and she doesn't trust you. Is it you specifically, or the...
Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken first. Oh, I knew the kitten had claws, but not like this. But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me?
Titus and his boys, man. They told us you were...
Even now, Kim is a paragon of professionalism.
Well, fuck. Those guys liked me, I know it. How the fuck did the rest of you get by? I did, didn't I? Now you've come for me.
That did make her forgive them. A little.
Like what? I already told you I...
A strong moral compass. She still wants the opportunity to make a case for herself.
Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon you. Yeah, and I'm sure they also made some funny remarks about it. They always do. Can't do either without some power of mind over bladder. And anyway, that wouldn't have been enough time. Wow, now I'm curious. Please, explain. Don't know it, but also, the shot couldn't have come from the roof.
She has a point there.
That didn't go super well. You've got to lay something better on her.
So, Heart of Gold Tommy fucked me over too. Never trust me.
That really comes as a maybe twist the knife, just in case. Make her more desperate.
Okay, great. You got into my lorry on your own.
Beneath it, she's relieved Tommy didn't betray her.
Man, it's to get away from all that murderous shit that I...
She deliberately avoided naming the mob.
I got lucky being a dispatcher. Never had to do any of the really dirty work myself. This gun has only been used for self-defense against serious scum. Based on what I've heard about you, you are serious scum. I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types. You think I was envious of his conquests? Look, pussy's not plenty of broken people who don't come with that kind of body count. Besides, yeah, sure. And I didn't like Wild Pines sending in those...
I hate to be the bearer of bad tidings, but she didn't hate it, okay?
I'm listening. And? Yeah, evidence. I considered her a good friend, yeah. What the hell, man? Yeah, why not? I've gotten worse. Oh, so that's where you... That's a very sentimental way of putting it. We both had
The lieutenant watches her, expect.
Okay, fine. I was into her. Claudia was into me too for a time, I know it. We even fooled her.
Claudia only said they maybe kissed. Someone is lying here.
If that's what she wants on the record, so be it. I'm not about to go into details for you to jerk off to later.
Really? Is that blood on the ground before you?
Yeah, really? She rejected me with some wishy-washy bullshit about how she was confused because she felt so close to me and valued my friend. I knew that wasn't the whole story, but...
No ill will there. It wasn't a problem for her.
Yeah, one time when we'd both been drinking, I said I was a little worried she'd blow it out of proportion in her head. All the drugs she was doing can make you feel like you're living in a DeLorean tragedy. Yeah, the girl seemed terrified. The merc was beyond caring what happened to his mortal coil. It was a no-brainer. I'm not following your clever insinuations, Detective. Look, I'm not aware of any hole in Claudia's wall. And if I had been, I would have... Nope. Look, she has an effect on people. That je ne sais quoi that makes it impossible not to look at her when she... For the same reason that she's everyone's type as an object, go ahead. It's you...
And mine too, he thinks.
Who doesn't? Oh, you probably mean Claudia's rooftop. sure I've hung out there. She's got this great antenna. The view's pretty bomb, too. It's very powerful. I used it to tune into RCM. Yes, I'm sure. And anyway, as I said before, yeah?
More questions before doing anything.
How should I know? As I keep saying, he already...
Those rings around her eyes. Her tired voice.
Police radio? You've been following the case?
Who hasn't? You know, I can still see him there. He was still warm. But the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been dead for a good long while.
She eyes you warily. She's refusing to adopt the demeanor of a cornered animal. A leader with no one.
It's okay. We just want to...
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy in the bowl. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a seat next to her. No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. I just assumed she'd done too much blow. She asked me to come upstairs. The merc she'd been going with was lying on the bedroom floor, dead. I knew she...
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
What? No. Faking a lynching was her idea. Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she was able... She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck.
She lied to you about that, too.
Yeah. I wasn't sure whether to... As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything down...
But even if this is true, weren't you worried this lynching might lead to...
She doesn't want to talk about this, but not because she has something to hide. She doesn't want the guilt.
Fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me. I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around for questioning by a goddamn la puta... Yes, you. Everyone says you're his peon.
Through the sudden sharp pain in your head, you hear the fucking hell. And it's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded.
Oh yes, they do. The cops, the criminals. Why do you think...
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too.
Harry Dubois. One corrupt motherfucker with a disco pants and a funny tie. Agent to la puta madre.
All of this just means that you're effective. Criminals know you and are scared of you.
Right. Sure. You don't know. I'm sure La Puta Madre himself will explain it all to you. You've been to my lorry. You think the biggest player in Jamrock appreciates competition? And now I have Harry Can Opener in my lair. Fucking Titus.
I thought we had an agreement, she thinks. This was... She's not going to change her mind that... Wait, one thing. Possibly small, but she said you rolled into town.
Yeah, you had your death squad with you. What happened to them anyway? Well, it wasn't this scrawny dude. You had 2 guys and a lady. The guys looked pretty buff. One of the guys seemed chipper, a blonde. The other had a... That sound about right?
No idea who these people are. Satellite Officer Vicmere looks out of the window grimly, then puts his coffee down and turns to... Let's go home, Jean. Nothing's going to happen today, she responds quietly. Jean takes his blonde wig off. Call Heidelstein. He can give us a ride.
Friction, lock, set.
Fantastic. I've got to get on the road. Then you can go find your friends. Unless you have anything pressing to ask me. What bunker? Don't know anything about it. No one's been around since I set up camp. But I'm sure I'm not the first...
Keep calm. Breathe in. After the pain recedes, it's a little clearer. compressor lies broken on its side. It's quiet in your head again. It still hurts like hell.
All good, officer. Be careful.
She looks at the machine.
Oh, fuck it. Problem solving.
Ma'am, put the gun.
Oh, yes, it is.
You should know the words to say. You've been here yourself. So why is it not coming to you? Because you've been going around pointing a gun at yourself, trying to answer the same question. No, wait. Finally. She flashes you an incredulous grin. You watch as her brains trickle out through her neon.
Fuck. Our job. It went really bad. And now we need to clean it up.
She died. How can he be so?
Lieutenant Yefreitor Dubois, control your emotions. We did our job. This won't be the worst.
There is no coming back from this one. It will stay with you in nightmares.
We are cops. Everything is our fault if we let it be. We clean up. It may take days for processing to pick up her body. That tent there.
Plain red. It was pitched by practiced hand. You see.
We should put her in the sleeping bag.
The lieutenant nods. There she lies, cocooned in the sleeping bag. Magazines. You should look through. Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror.
See anything?
Rager Monthly. You pocket the worn brown. She watches by.
We should read this immediately, like...
A thick journal. The cover is worn like it's made of full-grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover. This was important to her. When it was still, the journal falls open. The large cursive of someone who, perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs have been. It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams.
We could learn a lot from this.
Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in...
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant.
Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude compressor, sketches, calculate short, wry observations of people and places. Probably a way to pass the time. Staff issues. Always tough on the leadership. You smell. The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful. Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though. Well, that's bound to come back and bite me in. She is referring to betraying a previous employer. That name isn't meant. Small wonder. Would you talk about La Puta Madre in your journal? You do see an M, though. La Puta Madre. Great. M's peon is coming to town, no doubt to investigate the lynching. But also, I feel it in my gut to finally put a bullet in my head while I'm napping in my lorry. Then again, isn't that what I've been doing? Things played out just as she had feared. Except you didn't shoot her. That's a good, pragmatic approach. Been holed up here for 3 days now. I'm used to being alone and all, but I don't know when I'll be able to leave, or if I'll be ratted out. Did M feel truly betrayed by me? I was feeling threatened. He'd have to know if he threatened people, they'd take measures to protect themselves. Even I know that. The entry ends. The call was a courtesy. He must have held her in high regard to personally tell her he knew about her plan to run drugs for the competition. The thick journal. The most recent entry. Even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not.
I don't think she killed the mercenary.
This whole thing was a detour. and the fatal.
She was in plenty of trouble, even without the murder charge. No, I don't think you are. Ask someone in your precinct if you want to be sure. The head of a major Jamrock gang, specializing in drug
He's not 100% sure you're not indebted to this very, very bad.
Clausia was the one who pointed the finger at Ruby. Perhaps she was trying to steer us away from herself, or... Either way, one thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling and rags. Questions to ask. We should get to it.
We need to talk this through. I'll shut up. Not gonna talk yourself out of this, Lorne.
This is the mercenary at the gates. His chest rises and falls.
Shh. This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet.
The Kipt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street? This...
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it.
He is facing overwhelmingly peaceful. Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse.
Fuck, there's a third one. How did we miss something like this?
The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there.
If this turns into a firefight...
A sound strategy.
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene.
He doesn't want to, but he must.
The Mercenary Tribunal. No, we have to step in. This is not going to...
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
I think he's come.
Pig fuck!
Oh, people are gonna die today. We're not leaving it like this.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like
With a wordless Gurk, the leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. You feel your fists contract as you... No, it's okay. Soften him up and trust that even if it comes to a fight, it's all peace. Always peace. It has worked thus far. Start with the first idea you have. Move down from that. Please. Dangerous. Ask about him first. You don't want personal facts about his death.
Sergeant Major Raoul Cortiner, reporting in to burn this fucking mud hut to the ground.
As he moves, the interlocking click, click, click. The realization comes to you like a pick. No, probably Foster.
For killing, maiming, and humiliating our commanding officer. We're all set.
Who?
Laylee.
We researched him. We contacted the ICP and looked at it.
They fucking put Laylee in a leaf compactor.
It's a mindfuck, Corty. He wasn't put in a leaf.
Open fire. We can't have that. Interfere now.
Fuck do you mean?
We've heard testimony. People say...
Yeah. He liked to chat up the natives. Share leaflet. If Laylee was here, he would spare the lot of you. Maybe shoot one for show. But me... I'm
ready to open fire, Major. At your command.
Baby Blue, yeah. Like some... It was creepy, but bitches like that shit, I guess. Or...
He sways from left to right, inspecting.
He wasn't my fucking brother. We just grew up on the same farm and got beat into place by the same sick fuck. You don't know shit.
You lost him. Quick.
Find his killer. Cop. His killer. I know what this tactic is, Silo-san. You're gonna die for them.
Big talk, but that leaf compactor won't leave his mind anytime soon. It's a small thing, but it got him off center.
Yeah? Who did that? How fucking convenient. What the fuck? What are you doing? You think I'm fucking stupid, cop? Go ahead. Tell me.
Listen, please. This cop and this drumhead cop marshal won't decide who...
The Hardy Boys confessed to hanging him, all together. Titus said we took him out back in the...
You're lying.
You heard wrong. She and these men have been helping us find the shooter.
Fucking liars.
The shot rings in your ears. The young woman stands and looks behind her.
I missed.
I know what I heard, Corty. They said they killed him.
That doesn't sound good. You need to change the topic now, or there will be another shot.
Who the fuck is...
Glacia, the woman upstairs. Where is she?
She left! She left! Her room's cleaned out! Right before...
We should have arrested her.
You can feel how upset he is with himself. Just...
Hey, Bushman! Your little cunt isn't gonna help you out of this one! You think I care what that company cunt thinks?
The man stares at you with bloodshot eyes, a bull ready to charge. He's not listening, but looking for an opening.
Fucking waste this fuck!
International something. International law. Don't say it. But now you stood there scratching your ass for 1.5 seconds, you think...
Rude. Rude is the killer. Rude the killer.
All of you cunts inside out. Rip you open.
The gunner. The raddest. The killer. What do you think he...
There, on the rim of Owen Clerven's helmet, you count little stick figures. 19, 20, 21.
Smart loincloth. He fucks natives up. Soldier of the apocalypse style. Yes. So what? Nah. I'm clear as day.
Enough already! What is this?
Interrupt me again and I will execute you on the spot, Lance Corporal.
A small explosion expels the bullet from the chamber. With a puff of smoke, it hits the man square in the chest, producing a soft click like dice. The kinetic energy of the 9mm front...
Go ahead! Give it another try.
Another soft explosion, like a firecracker, goes off in your hand. Another soft click.
They teach you to shoot the chest in Copland? Stupid fuck. Kill him.
To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His moves are steady, but the long barrel of the rock from the corner of your eye. He's trying to find a straight line of sight. You stare down the barrel of the gun. God, you're so frail. Too frail to think. You leap left. A swarm of angry lead passes mere millimeters from your side, tearing fabric off your coat. Feels like the lightest of tucks. The man tilts his head. Watch out. To your left.
God, please.
He's aiming for the eye slot in Rude's helmet. 2 shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol, and the other from de Paul's. It's aimed at the lieutenant, but blood gushes from the helmet's eye sockets as Rude. An unbelievable shot. Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled... Oh God! You see 2 cold eyes looking at you through all the smoke and panic, and a pistol raised, aiming at your chest, point blank. Then the man squeezes a look of happiness. His eyes seem... Here it comes. Death. You can't. There is no time. Something inside your pelvis. The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark. Nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing light.
You're bleeding out. Stay with me. You hear me? Stay awake. Look at me.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy. A shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising his pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing. No, you scream. Behind you, from... There is no room for hesitation. You hear a roar of pain. A death scream. The sound disappears like someone pressed stop on the tape. The hulking figure.
This is death. One more door, baby. Or
The fight? There is no fight. He's not taking it. It's and rotting. And
There was a radio in the distance. A radio.
hours turned to day.
The engine of a...
No, it was him. He is the infernal engine.
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double.
Sunrise, Parabellum. What happened? You shot the major, unsuccessful. As retaliation, the rifleman tried shooting you. He missed, or you died. I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me.
This is not the first person to die.
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo died before they made it to intensive care. Titus died in the hospital yesterday. Alain and... Yes, you were bleeding out by then. You warned me.
Thank you. Although...
I was not able to kill him, as I should have. Crenel took him. A stray bullet killed the Paul, though. And that's what happened. This is the one. Yes. He's in a private hospital across the river. Crenel claimed him from the local... We won't get to him anymore. The good news is he's not coming here either. I did some damage. 5. Glenn, Theo, Shanky, Angus, the fat one. He took a lot of all. Yes, officer. 7 people are dead. It's not a success.
+1.
But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornets did not get into the beehive. And we are still alive. Both of us.
did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between those two armies.
It's not ouch time yet. You just got the Drouamin pill an hour ago. Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him an entire 2 days, in and out. You've been up enough to take Drouamin and curse. And drink water. Yes, the joke wasn't funny anymore. I took it.
The close proximity of death must have made the lieutenant contemplate his life choices. He's done with the
Sunrise Parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying. Cops like it. The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence. I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely. Yes, we have also completely failed. But that's okay. Reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. The outer side, thankfully, we will see.
You won't be able to dance much, that's for sure. You should be able to live with limping around, though.
Not very. I have a concussion from the major beating me with the butt of his gun. Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. Thank you. I did not see him coming. Stupid of me. No.
A man and a woman sit in the front seat of an armored motor carriage. The woman is driving. The man lights a cigarette. Back to that shithole, he says.
I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site. I'm sure they are worried about you. I did. No need. Easy now.
Your balance is way off.
How are you?
The lieutenant doesn't reply. Just looks at...
I honestly don't know. We can't talk to Everard. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now. And Joy says, yes, she left yesterday morning. To meet the board of Wild Pines. Oh, that is what I've heard. Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her hand. Either way, Ruby's gone. And Claudia too. We really should have arrested her, you know? I don't know. I think the theory you presented, it's someone else, outside our circle of suspects. Well, honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect. Don't be narcissistic. Half the cops in Revashole West are his...
That does make some sense.
What? Every piece of garbage in the city is not...
He's wrong.
I don't know. That's been there for years. Yes, God curse the footprints, not solving the case for us. Au diable. It's extremely easy. There are thousands lying around. We found one. All completely unusable. It's we could find thousands more if we want.
But they seemed so mysterious. There's a little pause. He says nothing. He does not know what to... It's morning outside. You think. He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
It really is very hard.
He sounds surprisingly weary.
Are you ready to limp? Good. Where do you want to limp to?
Ballistics. In Claudia's room. Do it properly.
Why not? Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through.
It's limb.
Be very
creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from its head. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves, the hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says ch ch ch.
It is.
You glance over your shoulder. The lieutenant. No, the flash will scare the creature off. Warn him now.
We need a photo. No one will believe us.
From the corner of your eye, you see a sudden cascade of motion ripple through the phasmid.
I won't be one of those fools who didn't take a picture.
He's letting his You see the phasmid turn to him. Its mandible antennae reaching out. Its motions are quick, sudden.
Understood. Of course.
The spindly mechanism turns itself back to you, its antennae taking their measure of the air. A sudden chirrup fills the air. The walking stick moves its hold. It moves just an inch closer to you. Or does it only feel like it does?
We can't just leave it standing there. We have to do something.
You've never seen him get this excited. His voice is almost trembling. You barely get to take one step. The invertebrate reacts with...
Where? Where did it go?
You never had a chance. There was something off the moment you approached it. It was scared of you, of humans. He shakes his head in silence. An expression.
It's just a blur. I don't think it had anything to do with the Osprey. It was just...
There is uncertainty in his phrasing.
Am I? I don't know. I'm not an entomologist. We saw it. It was real. No, it's gone for now, Lieutenant. It appears the insect can walk on water, like a water strider, you know?
Your voice echoes on the wall.
What now?
In some kind of strain.
Our suspect's not looking so good. We should check him over. It looks like it has some kind of nest there.
In the reeds, where the phasmid was... This passport.
Classia's hidden documents.
It's Clasia, with short black hair, an old photo. Before life came and...
Maybe our man, Mr. Dross, took it from Clasia's, or whatever her name was. Hiding place, or... Perhaps. But that still doesn't explain how it got into the nest. Like a magpie? What a coincidence. Then it would also have She said it would be for Anouk Meyer-Smith. Anouk Meyer-Smith.
Katarzyna Alazia was supposed to be her real name, where Clasia comes from.
Yes, somehow she managed to lie to us. One more time. I don't know, but it's not Katarzyna Alasia, or Clasia, or Anouk Meyer-Smith. Perhaps it's better that we didn't arrest her. Who knows?
What is it? What do you want from me? See.
Mr.
The man does not respond. He keeps staring with fear and longing. The plastic cape feels coarse.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility.
The trembling mouth.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. Old age and shock. Yes. The arrest and the appearance of the phasmid, the combined stress. But you think it's something more than that could be part of the shock. But you're right.
No response.
Then how did we see it? Oh, you mean, whatever does this, does it over time? Teenagers, kids, drunks? Mm-hmm. Mr. Dross, have you... The doctors will have to look at this. I hope your station has better medical personnel than 57. He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him, Like he didn't. I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this. This will be one hell of...
You will have to be very convincing, and very. He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir. No reaction.
Did you take this passport and other...
There.
He hears us.
No reply.
Try something else? We got...
The plastic cape. The blacks of his eyes are...
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here.
The skiff is swaying.
Let's. We are done here.
The skiff rocks gently, but for the sound of conversation, two men and a woman stand on the concrete square. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Look what the tide brought him. Harry, you're bleeding all over the...
Whatever this is, it is completely This is the man with sunglasses from the whirling in rags. But...
That's right. And you're We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you. Bothered by it. Harry, you look like you need a fucking Oh, fuck it. Let's not get into that.
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstein. I believe we've met.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vic Kemar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heilerstam, Battle Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Precinct 57. We've just come from the island.
What? The scene is making even him feel as though...
We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact...
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi. Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this...
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology.
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
What does he have to say for himself, shit kid? What an interest.
You.
Maybe you've deserved it.
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went. Strange. He didn't mention that. In fact, the establishment didn't look saved at all. There was a giant aerograffito in front of the I knew it. Didn't I tell you, Trent?
The line is from Lou Giatun's Mirova 82, isn't it? About girl-child communism.
Don't encourage him, Trent.
Okay.
Guilty as charged. I heard you'd lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it was true. And it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now.
He was too sarcastic for you to realize who he was.
I didn't lie to you. No one lies to you. You were so fucked up on booze you couldn't recognize your own partner.
Lieutenant, my name is not Horse-Faced Woman. It's Judith Minot. I was assigned to your unit 2 months ago. I thought we were friends. Okay. Because you're my commanding officer...
That will never happen, Jude. He's the rudest man on Earth. He's the reason why the rest of us have to take sensitivity training.
Yes, I'm Trent Heilerstein. I never said I wasn't Trent Heilerstein. Mikhail? Mikhail is my son. No, I was just interested in the Feld building and the Martinez beach.
Him being there with his son, it was not a coincidence. It's difficult to see, but he was worried about you.
What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed in Königstein in the 30s, like partial psychotraumatic amnesia.
He's here to see if you're insane. He is smart. Let's move on. Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells? Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me.
I'm technically...
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show. Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit. Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer.
Is this Guillaume Bevy blonde and partial to sunglasses?
See? There. He's getting it. I was impersonating him. Look at me, I'm G. Bevy. It was going to be funny, but then you really did it.
He sincerely thought it was going to be a...
Dude, it's a Major Crimes Unit. We cleared the desk of cases, so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We are shit tier now, Harry. Because of you.
They're your posse. Or what room?
The 41st isn't...
God damn it, Harry. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All will burn. Detect or die.
It wasn't like that.
Fuck you, Harry. We didn't know there was gonna be a tribunal, did we? You were crying hysterically. You were drunk, breaking things, being emotional. None of us wanted to see the abyss. So we fucked off. Like you told us to. God damn it, Harry. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Are you sure? So you haven't been telling everyone what a boring cop you are? And that you should kill yourself? People say you've been out of your mind. Duped? Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk and you won't be duped so easily.
Yes, I'm still Kim Kisoragi. Still a lieutenant from Precinct 57.
Still caught up in this crossfire.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Detective God.
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors. He talks without slurring. He can drive a boat. He's...
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not...
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Psychotraumatic amnesia, Trant? I can go for that. Shit kid is a broken man. Always has been. Who isn't? I keep my shit together. Also, I know a person can't wipe their own mind, however traumatic it gets.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before. Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders.
The two cases in your ledger. The unsolved those cases.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's...
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not? Look at the ruins, the neon, listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for hardwired to the free market. He just needed...
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able...
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work.
Leadership, now.
No one even mentioned that. I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the body? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension? Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here. No, now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
Lie. Just bide your time. Ask something, then lie.
Yes, in the ocean, under the sea. Our work vehicle, with fishing clams and other sea shit. Oh, well, if it wasn't you, then it's okay. You only let someone steal off. For the record, you pressured us into getting it. It'll be cool, Jean. We'll have wheels. Rapid response. I was fine being an equestrian. Don't answer that. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic, and the badge slips out of your hand. You juggle the badge for a second. Ouch! You strained your elbow trying to...
He found it. He found it, Jean. It's his badge.
And your gun?
As if having your badge and gun. Here we go again. Lost gun, lost gun. Trying to terrorize you.
He has it. And he didn't drop it. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone. So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it.
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
What you've discovered? You let the suspect escape. A certain class.
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuragis. We know.
Oh, well. If she was nice. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect. Or the fact that you're Everclear's little peony now. Doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. Compared to the 8 people who were gunned down. The streets are literally red with blood, Harry.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired and vetted mercenaries.
Here comes the cavalry.
He did so at considerable risk to his person. Remember, he was shot. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
He thinks of apologizing.
You've spent the week with him. On
the case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the lost gun, also losing his badge, that's all true. And his...
The man sighs.
Then there's the boring cop issue. Despite all the obvious and almost grotesque mannerisms and sartorial choices, it's worrying, especially considering his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a Mazovian socio...
You should yell something. Yes, let's let the big boys...
Other still, he is also a full-blown fascist, an ultra-nationalist, woman-hater, and more than a little racist. How he... And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, and the constant smoking everywhere, all the time. But despite all this, he is a great detective, one of the best I have seen, in fact. He can talk human beings into telling him everything, and he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke, which, by the way, I have to disagree with you.
Okay, he did something.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession. A murder weapon. He apprehended a revolutionary brigade who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders of
a new species.
A colossal stick insect, 3 meters tall. It's on the island, camouflage as... I know this sounds fantastic, but I'm a 4 times decorated lieutenant of the RCM. I do not make up and...
I don't doubt you, Lieutenant. If you say it was the Insulindian phasmid, then it was the Insulindian phasmid. By God, Is it somehow
The killer did not seem to be aware of the phasmid's presence, exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia. He fell into a stupor after its appearance.
So it is connected.
We could order a search. I could get people from EPIS on the island, entomologists, doctors. There must be signs of it in the rings. If we found the Insulindian phasmid, well, that would be absolute.
There, you need to make your case now. The floor is all yours. He prepared it well.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk.
The body was transported to Precinct 41.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry.
Still, good work with the missing.
It's still a point for you. No denying it.
Female?
You had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female.
Incredible. Were there?
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but I think such nests are... Of course, as I said, I'm only guessing. I didn't see it. It must be robust if it can move a whole helmet with its... As in cloning itself? What makes you think so? Well, then it wouldn't matter if it's a male or female. The bower...
That make...
Very interesting. Such organisms are extremely vulnerable to disease. A single strain of bacteria could...
Yes, but also reed-colored, beige and brown, a little green on the outside.
Incredible. It's a toughie that you don't have a photo. This would look very, very flashy.
I tried to.
Ouch.
We can still work. Cop discovers new species in there. I know a good guy in La Majesté, but only after the École Supérieure people find it.
It needs to be white coats and glassware for this fly.
You're doing good here. Quit while you're ahead? Or no?
I don't know what a Doom commercial area is. Why?
There was a fridge we needed and a possible witness. He was just chasing a lead and...
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
Who's Kuno?
You don't want to.
You're right, Lieutenant. I don't. You snorted the drugs, I know you did. It's alright. I mean, at this point, anything is but the drink.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open, in Martinez.
Understood.
But a case against Everard.
I would prefer not to partake in anything union-related, for...
This has to be good stuff for him to backpedal.
What was that? It sounded like you set up a nightclub in the church.
Four kids were living in a tent on the ice. They were going to drown when it melted.
It's not that okay. Get off this subject now.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym. The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. This man's mother was Lilian.
So?
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural...
Of course, excuse me, I just thought...
He wasn't quite sure about the straggler before he heard this detail. It must have convinced him.
No, detective. We have a motive.
Take the advice.
Jealousy. I thought this Lilianovich...
A strange psychosexual fascination. The result of spending all this time in solitude on the islands of this bay. Also, we have ballistics from the gun, matching the bullet found in the dead mercenary's head.
It's a clean win.
Oh, it's way, way, way...
I've never doubted you can pull yourself together and work in belts. bouts don't last.
God damn it. It is bad. Even you can smell it.
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species, so I have to. Jude?
Honestly, anything that ends this
But he's been drinking, she thinks. This is exactly how he gets.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too vast.
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken in.
Now you will finally get to know. The man looks west, jingling his car keys.
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry. Well, obviously you're not.
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
No, a regular one.
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, your love of retro-style dance music.
And this guy, too.
Of course.
He's been on about Mike again. I hate that guy. The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. The air filled with the smell of smoke and...
Oh, you don't say. Does he also vote?
It is getting cold out.
In your 20s or late 20s, you've really let yourself go since then. Yes, you taught gym in Cool. I believe that's the term.
The smell of sweat and Coudon is just east of Jam Road.
High school. Harry, your goings-on with Kuno, Andre, Acel, the whole thing on the ice. That's why you are...
His smirk suggests barely contained laughter.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's a non...
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk. Dora something. Dora...
Not Dora Dubois.
No one is married anymore. This is Revashole. God, I don't know. 6 years ago, she was way before my time. Yeah, or 7. You're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing. Too old, you're incredibly bangable. She was extremely fuckable, Harry. Gorgeous.
Snow welcome. Heartbreak.
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spirit.
Look, the sun is about to go down.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several
In other words, he's heard enough about this.
No. You're too unstable to work for my boss. You're suicidal, Harry.
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for it.
He would immediately backpedal out.
Us? With the bloody murder station, haven't you heard?
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You're just understaffed.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It is an understaffed station.
Get back to it. We left Torsen and McLean to run the Sea Wing. It's not good. Mac the Torso Torsen and Chester McLean. They're not fit to...
They are damn iconic, though. Torsen and
Yeah, not like us. Two clinically depressed old men. Where's the contrast here? God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D. We're in C. It's made of losers and clock.
There's also a lot of outside help involved, not only me.
He's anything but a loser. Although he would like to be seen as one.
Ptolemy Price?
He's one of the most highly regarded men in...
Somewhere under the curved roof of a former silk factory, shaped like a ladybird, they speak of change, the city, the tension on the streets. They speak of the events of April and the blood on the streets in May.
So he remembers that. Yes, there may have been a random...
Shooting up churches never is. I was out of town.
Our enemies were hiding in a church, to the best of our information. That's it. I'm not talking about this anymore.
He means it. The RCM and its enemies will not be discussed on. Your clearance will not go up while you're within earshot of the Union headquarters.
Okay. It's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and a coffee corner.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Revashole. Faubourg, technically.
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have you, and it's often
Thank you again, Lieutenant. Who is...
She lives at 1113 Tabernacle Road.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over.
Fine. If
she and her husband were they should know as soon as possible.
She is going to be over the moon.
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone... Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revashole. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of work with Price?
Would fit in. And crazy enough, this truly came as a surprise to him.
Flattered. You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant.
I do like the sound of that.
He's really considering it.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Trump brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute...
The great district hums in the slowly... You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. Dawson? Yes. Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back?